Hello, lovelies. I'm back with insights from our first chapter, launching the Art of Possibility book club. I just got nervous all of a sudden, so weird. The intention for this video is to give you my insights. I'm not going to share, obviously, because it's not for me to share, the insights that you each had. You can share those with the group. My insight was actually when we got to the practice, and I shared this initially. The practice that the authors give is to ask yourself the question of what assumption am I making that I'm not aware of that gives me what I see. That actually pissed me off a little bit because I felt like it was graduate level work. I felt like asking us to look at our underlying assumptions was unfair right from the beginning. But interestingly enough, I voiced that. And then towards the end of the book club, by nature, I asked for, well, here's what happened. The second part of that prompt, of that practice, is the question that you ask yourself, which is, what might I now invent that I haven't yet invented that would give me other choices? For me, that was crystal clear, because designing, creating, intending, I'm very, very strategic in nature, and I can see that big picture and how I want to drill it down. It's more difficult for me personally to see the underlying assumptions. But now, after the fact, I've gotten to an even deeper realization, and I know exactly what my assumptions are. My assumptions are that everything's going to work out. My assumptions are that people are basically good. Only hurt people. And my body, mind, and spirit know what's best for me more than anyone else. So I practice what I preach, to be your own best guru, be the best expert in you. That's only after the fact. After I allowed myself, I accepted the feedback that I gave myself, and then moved forward. So it's like physics. That friction is action is what creates clarity. So interestingly enough, what happened towards the end of the book club is that I asked us to create, so what I asked for the group is to assume license. And I heard this from Seth Godin. Because at the end it says, invent the space. Like the paper surrounding the that goes back to something in the book. Basically, invent the space. So the book club is my space to curate. And what I charged each of you with is to assume license, have agency, be bold and don't hold back. Know that you are there to contribute, you are there to take part, and the assumption has to be, here's where this practice comes into play, that we want to hear from you, that you have something to offer. We want to hear from you. Assume agency. So this is me putting this first practice into place, is creating the space, giving you the underlying assumption that you are to assume license in this group. So that's interesting. The second part, inventing the space, is much easier for me than drilling down to see what the assumptions are. And I think that's because of inquiry at all different levels has been really deep work for me. And so I got a little angry that that the practice asked us to look at assumptions that we're not even aware of. And also probably because all of the deep work that we do is bringing your assumptions, your BS, your belief system, your BS up to your awareness. That's all the work that we do. So I now, looking back, can reflect on why it might have given me some hesitation. So super excited that we're moving on to chapter 2 in the second practice. experiment with it. Try it out in your life. Like I said in launching the journey, let your life teach you, and then engage with us about that teaching that you're having. So we will see you virtually. Excuse me, I had a soda. We will see you virtually on Thursday, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. If you've signed up via the email, you have the call-in details. If you have expressed your interest and you don't have the call-in details, it's because my email went to your spam filter or some other sort of filter. So send me a note back so that I can get that out to you. Bye.